the accountability goes everywhere. The quarterback needs to take accountability, which he almost always does, for his mistakes. The defense needs to take accountability for not stepping up when it matters most. Regardless of 4th and 1, regardless of Reed Blankenship's interceptions, we don't have enough sacks. We don't have enough forced turnovers. The defense needs to hold up their end of the bargain. But most importantly, the head coach needs to hold up his side of the bargain and take accountability as the leader, as the head coach of this team, and do what needs to be done. And at the end of the day, you can say what you want about Sirianni not talking after Hurts' speech. That's whatever. However you feel about that is however you feel. I personally look at that as a way of him bailing himself out of a situation that he didn't want to deal with. He knows that this team has problems, and after Monday Night Football, they got shown on full blast. Regardless of the dropped pass, regardless of whatever you feel the play call should or should have been in that moment, the defense didn't step up. The defense throughout the entire game did not sack Kirk Cousins. I think only once they sacked him, maybe just once. Outside of that, no interceptions. Outside of that, no fumble recoveries, no strip sacks, nothing. The defense needs to be held accountable. Sure, Jalen Hurts has to clean up his act, and no one's denying that with the turnovers. I personally feel like that interception doesn't change the fact that they'll lose that game after the way that Kirk ran down the field and scored that touchdown in a minute. It made it look like nothing. That, to me, is a problem because your offense did everything they could, and even with Saquon dropping that pass, they did everything they could to waste as much time as they possibly could, took a bit of a gamble, put up the 3 points to make the defense hold up their end of the bargain, and they didn't. Sure, Slay, my bad, guys, that's on me, whoops, on Twitter. That's not enough for me. That's not enough. You don't leave a guy wide open like that. And I don't know where the head coach is. I don't know where the defensive coordinator is throughout all of that. But the fact that they let them do that without taking a timeout, without trying to regain their composure, figure out something, make a change, is problematic. And that's why Nick Sirianni is on the hot seat. And, of course, if he's on the hot seat, that means a couple other coaches on that staff are as well. And that's how I feel. Enough trying to throw certain players under the bus. This falls on the head coach, whether you want to admit it or not, regardless of what he's up to or not. They need a real head coach. If he is not doing anything, so they say, he shouldn't be there. We need a real head coach. And if nothing changes the next 2 weeks of football before our bye week, he's got to be in question about his job security. That's my stance. What's yours?